and welcome to TEG Talks. Today I've got a lovely guest. He's called Alfie and he's from Sugartongue.
So I'm Alfie, I'm 14 from Whitehaven, and my business is about selling American sweets, drinks and snacks, from Takis to Jolly Ranchers and whatnot.
He's going to have my job. So, I believe, Alfie, that it didn't just start with American sweets, so...
Yeah.
Where did it start?
I originally started selling accessories for controllers, like covers and grips, and it led into this somehow. I saw that wasn't doing very well. In total, it did a loss, but it gave me the knowledge and understanding of how to start this business. And essentially, I saw other people my age selling American sweets, and I saw they were doing well online. So I just set up the website with the knowledge from the previous business and started selling from there from a TikTok account.
So let's rewind a wee bit, because you're only 14. So how old were you when you started doing the accessories for the game and stuff?
I was in year 7, and I believe, so I would have been 12 at the time, yeah.
So you're one of our young entrepreneurs, to say the least, aren't you? So, but what was the inspiration behind, I want my own business, or I'm going to make some money, or where did that start?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I like money, I suppose.
Don't we all?
And yeah, I just like spending money and going places.
Have you got expensive taste?
Well, not really, to be honest.
Not yet.
No.
So it went from gaming accessories to American confectionery. And how were you selling them? Where were you selling them? Because I believe you were one of the first on the Whitehaven markets.
Yeah, so I think the markets... I originally started on the markets with the gaming grips. But then in September of 2021, I done a split table where I had half gaming grips, half American sweets after I ordered my first lot of sweets. And I had been selling online for a bit. I had a few orders, and after that market, I started doing full American sweets. I shut the gaming grips, and it's just got bigger and better from then.
So was that where the success started? I am assuming on that TEG market that you sold more sweets than you did gaming accessories.
Yeah, definitely. A lot more sweets.
So how did you meet Jenny and get involved with the TEG side of it? Was it from the young entrepreneurs market, and then...
Yeah, it was from when TEG took over the young entrepreneurs market.
Because Jenny came to me and she was like, I've got a mentee for you. And he's this and he's that, and he's only 14. And I was like, oh, brilliant. And then I met you briefly, didn't I? And I was like, this is cool. And I can remember asking Alfie, oh, so how much have you took? And it was like 10:30, wasn't it, or something like that in the morning. He was like, told me, I'm not going to tell you how much it was. But I was like, okay, so this is successful. And then on a decent market, you were making well over three figures. I was like, okie dokie, this is going to go. We'll work with this. And I met you and your dad, didn't we? And we had a session, and we were talking about all sorts of different things. One of them being, and we were just having a chat before about trends and what's trending at the moment. And I'm going to put that to you, because you know a lot better than me, because you know what 14-year-olds are after these days. So what's your best-selling product? What's been the best-selling product in the past? And what do you reckon's going to go forward?
So as of right now, the best-selling product would be the Yellow Lemonade Prime, because it's not out in the UK at all. So I've spent a lot of money importing that and selling that in Whitehaven and online. Alongside that would be the Mr. Beast bars, which have just now released in the UK, but I've been selling them since October, and they've just been amazing, and the flavours are nice. For the future, I'm not sure. That there's nothing new that I've seen at the moment, but normal sweets, Jolly Ranchers, Takis, the Fantas should do well. Yeah,
because that's your bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the American candies of Jolly Ranchers, can you get some milk duds, please? Because they're my favourites. Your Takis and various other things. They are what's going to keep you going morning, noon and night.
Yeah.
And then these special products like the Yellow Prime and the Mr. Beast bars, you done what any great business person would do, is you've spotted the potential in a product and researched and like snatched it out of their hands literally, and then it's being able to bring that home over here
Yeah.
and give people in West Cumbria the opportunity to get it before anybody else. Because that day that you had the Yellow Prime, well, you tell me how many you'd sold within.
I think the first market they had it, I sold 26 bottles at £18 each, which is a lot, but people are willing to pay it.
Yeah, and that was in how long?
That was
A couple of hours?
A couple of hours, yeah.
And he was educating me on this Yellow Prime. And we've always talked about it since we met, because it's not the best tasting thing, is it? But it's just that trend and who's behind it that's elevated a simple product, and it's gone global.
Yeah.
And I guess now you're going to concentrate on your American confectionery, but we had a quick chat before, and there's one thing preventing you expanding, isn't there?
The one thing that I really do need is more space, because right now I'm limited to a room dedicated to the sweets in my house, but it's just not big enough.
Because there's other countries that sell and manufacture some weird and wonderful candy, and I think with the release of the new Wonka film, that you could, you never know, you might get an influx on Wonka bars, because you can buy them in America. So it's, ideally you'd love a unit, wouldn't you? So you've got the space to store your stock, pack it up, and then invest in more stock and things, so you're out of Dad's spare room. Do you know what though? We all started in a spare room in Mum and Dad's house. There's no shame in that. But again, what you've done in a relatively short space of time, and for your age, is brilliant. And school are quite supportive, aren't they? Because I know I asked you about that. I was like, how does it affect your studies? And you were like, well, I'm studying business studies, Rachel. So school have been quite supportive, haven't they? Which is great. And obviously, you don't drive yet, so you've got to rely on the parentals to ferry you around. But that's the other thing that I've noticed with your brand, I suppose. Your dad's really invested in you, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's really great to see, because my dad's a bit similar with me, even though I'm 40 and you're 14. So, in terms of what you need in your business now, apart from space, what would be like your wish list, if you could get help with and whatnot? Because then that's my wish list when I go away and do my research and see you next time.
I will probably say I'll start smaller. Some proper like new fold-out tables for other markets. A gazebo for other markets. Shelving for storing the sweets, because I've got some shelves now, but some heavy-dutier and newer ones would be better. And the biggest thing would probably be a larger vehicle.
Are you listening, Dad?
Just because...
A van?
Yeah, a small van. For like... Because we were looking at possibly doing festivals as well.
Yeah.
And the car isn't big enough.
No,
so...
Because there's a couple of other barriers, isn't there? Because of your age, you're only allowed to work so many hours, is it, on a Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's like 5 hours.
Yeah, so you're always going to have Dad or somebody else in tow to help. So I guess it's what's next, because you're only 14, and do you just think, or do you just envisage, I'm going to have sweets, I'm going to sell sweets? Or have you got bigger plans going forward?
I'm not, I have no idea, to be honest. Just make as much money as I can before I'm 18, I suppose, and then I can support myself and see how it goes from there, probably.
Have you got anybody in your life who inspires you?
My dad,
Yeah.
definitely.
What about you? What about your dad?
He's very kind and supportive, and he's always there to help.
So the name Sugar Tongue, it's unusual, isn't it? We kind of think, oh, sugar, sweeties, but there's a lot more to it, isn't there?
Yeah, so in Whitehaven, it's obviously a harbour town, and one of the piers is actually called Sugar Tongue. And my previous business, Bulwark, were the name, that was another one of the piers in Whitehaven. So I'm trying to keep it sort of local to where I'm from, to have a local aspect to the side of everything. And obviously Sugar Tongue works well with sweets as well.
Yes, it's got double meaning, hasn't it? And it's just appropriate. And again, it's important that we celebrate where we come from and we keep it local. And, anybody coming to Whitehaven is going to shop local. Well, we want them to shop local. And you're one of those businesses that they can do that with. So in terms of what's going on in daily life at the moment, so we're currently towards the summer holidays.
Yeah.
And you'll be going into year 10 when you go back in September. So it's GCSE years, all the hard work starts. What have you chosen for your GCSE
my
subjects?
3 choices, I picked business, enterprise and marketing, geography and French.
Oh, so a good mixture.
Yeah.
So you'll be trading in on the French market pretty soon then. And a little birdie told me that something's happened at school lately.
Yeah.
What's happened at school, Alfie?
2 days ago was our end of year achievement assembly, and I got awarded with a certificate for being student of the year, alongside some other certificates from other subjects.
I think you've been very modest. How many awards was there altogether?
7.
Just 7 over 5 subjects. So anybody out there who's looking for business marketing, just in general, whiz kid, he's here. He's here. Because you haven't got just the interest in buying and selling sweets, have you?
No.
There's other things that makes Alfie Goodwin tick, isn't there?
Yeah. I've been looking recently at investing in stocks and shares of some companies, just to sort of have money in them available and try and get some more money from them, because I don't, obviously the future's unpredictable with sweets, as it is with anything, so I sort of need to be prepared for the worst, I suppose.
And I suppose this is where, nothing lasts forever, and it's about having a backup plan, isn't it? And we've talked about that briefly in our mentoring sessions, and we discussed how Google have changed their analytics to G4, and that you've implemented that into your own website now. And obviously building a website is no mean feat. It's pretty technical, and then understanding the analytics is even more technical. But you kind of like it, don't you?
Yeah.
And I think that could be a career path, if you agree, maybe.
Possibly.
Data analytics and all that. And when you find out how it all works, you can come and teach me, because I find it so difficult. So in the next, so we've got 2 more years left at school. And then, until you finish year 11, and then there's the possibility of 6th form college apprenticeships, conquering the world with American sweeties and all the rest of it. So do you reckon that's the path you're going to follow, where you're going to go, do you reckon?
I think I'm going to do 6th form, and then from there, just see how everything goes. I'm not fixed on one thing. I'm open to multiple options.
And offers, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Well, Alfie, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you again and learn about the world of sweets, data analytics, trends, and just being a fabulous entrepreneur at a young age. So tell everybody, look in that camera there, and tell everybody if they fancy something that's not on the high street, where they can find you, social media-wise and website.
TikTok and Facebook at sugartongue.uk, website worldwideweb.sugartongue.uk, and on TikTok we're on TikTok Shop. So if you've never used TikTok Shop before, you sign up and you'll get a bunch of coupons to use, so you can get some half-price sweets. But yeah, so that's where to find me.
Brilliant. Well, there you have it. You can even get a discount. Well, thank you very much, Alfie. It's been a pleasure. And there you go, folks. You can sign up to TikTok Shop and you can visit his website and you'll even get a discount. And that's that for today. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
A Liquid Studios production.